This was the first time I was about to step into my sponsor's house. My shoes were covered in dust. Seeing that grand and magnificent house, I froze right at the door. I was so nervous that I didn't even have the courage to take a step inside. I stayed standing there until she herself told me to come in. I was scared that I might dirty their beautiful house, so I quietly took off my shoes right outside the door. I went inside, placed my bag of clothes in a corner near the door, and very hesitantly, slowly made my way toward the sofa. Then I sat down on it very carefully. I noticed that she was also taking off her shoes before stepping on the carpet. Seeing that made me feel so ashamed that I couldn't even lift my eyes. Then she gave me a glass of water, but I immediately started worrying that the glass would get dirty from my hands. Just then the doorbell rang and I got a chance. I took off my slippers too and left them outside the carpet. She had ordered a lot of food that I had never seen before. Then she asked me to eat with her, so I also took a piece of chicken choke. After finishing the food, she showed me how to use the different furniture in the house. Then she took me to the bathroom and taught me how to run the water heater. When I came out, she saw that I hadn't dried myself properly. She gave me a towel, but I was afraid it might get dirty too. That same night, I suddenly started having severe stomach pain. I tried my best not to make a sound. When I came out of the bathroom, there was a box of stomach medicine on the table. There was no one in the living room at that time, and I needed water, but I was scared to use a clean glass. So I picked up a discarded takeout cup. I washed it thoroughly, filled it with water, and took a pill for the stomach pain. In the end, I curled up and fell asleep on the sofa. The next morning when she came, she told me that the sofa was actually a bed. For breakfast, she made me a simple bowl of congee. Thinking that I felt really bad about always being dependent on her money, I started cooking for her too, but she told me very clearly that you don't need to do that.